Young has played his entire career, all 8 seasons here in Atlanta. But they and he feel that this might be his best roster ever. Down and out again. Atlanta looking to play with pace like a lot of other teams, and Alexander Walker cashes out. Here's Reed Sheppard against Okongwu, had it knocked away. And Reed Sheppard took it back and raises up. On the pick and pop, Porzingis defers to Young. Young with the long three, laces it. And Trae Young on the board, shot 35%. Great pin by Porzingis. Got blocked by Okogie. Wow. Josh Okogie with interior defense and punching it home on the baseline. Still playing. Crawford raises up. Blocked cleanly by Porzingis. Okogie, why not? Got it. Josh Okogie says, hey, at 7:30. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Over in Latvia, Davison checked into the ball game, formerly of the Celtics, and he turns it over. Alexander Walker, Risa Shea, who also was a member of France. To the corner, Matthews on the drive. Crawford from deep knocks it home. 14 for the Rockets.
I'll tell you what, you don't have Houston's top 6 guys out here tonight, but you can see the defensive effort. It's a non-negotiable for Ime Udoka.
He was playing outstanding basketball, folks. On track, perhaps, to become the most improved player of the year. Alexander Walker with a nice drive to the bucket.
This is a guy who came into the league and it was mainly just, you talked about his athletic ability. Jalen Johnson, his nice job again by Atlanta, attacking early. Exciting to see Atlanta at full strength as this season starts.
Guy that's already been taken care of financially. Reed Sheppard with a slick midi. Jeff Green ready to come back into the ball game. Kennard back out to beat Krejci. Young run off the three-point line. Pristine ball movement, and Kennard cashes out.
Had a little different summer than they normally do.
That's about 25% of the league now made up in the Eastern Conference. Off the Horns chin action, Holiday got into the paint and laid it home. And the question ultimately, Tim Legler, will come down to how much does Ime Udoka trust him? And we're going to find that out, but he's had some moments of brilliance so far in the preseason. Porzingis, Kennard off the bounce. Risa Shea pulls it over Holiday, got it. Porzingis a season ago with the Celtics battled injuries, several of them, and that mysterious virus that's stricken him, like Jalen Johnson. I mean, they're bookends. They both go about 6'8", 6'9", with great length. Reed Sheppard on a little bit of a heater right now. He's up to 11. Okogie rips through, steps through, and a slick finish by Josh Okogie. And plays about 70 games. He'll pass Wilt, Dirk, and Michael Jordan himself, as Reed Sheppard getting his Jordan on right now, knocking down the 3-ball, and Houston up 46-44. Kennard in the short roll. Reed Sheppard everywhere tonight, with a little room service at the other end.
That next pass plays it perfectly and gets his easiest 2 of the night.
That's what Trae Young does, knocks down the deep 3. For things falling the right way for Houston here in the first half. Alexander Walker, tough sledding, counted and one. Significant rotation minutes too. Young for 3, comes off to Green, hit ahead, 2-on-1. Davison raising up and laying it home. Young hounded by Okogie. Porzingis with the roll, slams it home easily. Great read by Young.
Great read.
By getting the team to come to his home and stay out of the mix, so to speak. Okogie following, but no need. Davison. Trae Young with the steal. Went around Okogie. Did it go through his legs or around him? And back we come the other way. Risa Shea. Alexander Walker got his feet set. Risa Shea with the follow. It's Holiday working against Risa Shea. Got downhill. Crawford inside with a slick finish. Zachary Risa Shea in his second year. Out of France, the former #1 pick. Everything but the bucket, but followed up and in. 39 years old in his 18th season. Preseason smoked the dunk and got the follow to go.
Destined for stardom in this league. Alperen Sengun is one of the best offensive bigs we already have in this league. To go with that mentality of defending every possession.
Crawford with the reverse layup, got it to go.
A year ago, I don't know if they're winning that series anyway, but Jason Tatum goes down. Things look a lot different in Boston. A lot of core guys gone from that team. Now one of them's right here.
In particular, no Sengun. Reed Shepherd inside. Kogi saying it with his chest. Nice cross and a deep pull. 2-on-1 for the Rockets. Holiday lays it in. Tweak things and rest players and work on the final roster cuts before the regular season begins on Tuesday. Crawford knocks down the three.
Probably had a quieter offseason than most of the top teams in the West. But the question for me is going to be
Trae Young around the Porzingis screen. Baseline jumper comes off by Alexander Walker. The follow good by Porzingis. Porzingis sprays it out from the nail to Alexander Walker on the blow by. Slick finish and one. Alexander Walker with some muscle in his hustle. Pretty well here tonight. Hovering around 50% from the field. Kennard with the fadeaway. Got it. That's a nice move by Luke Kennard. Try and tip it in, but missed. Young on the drive. Floater. That's what he does. Got to tell you this about Jeff Green, folks. 39 years old, an incredible work ethic. Trae Young with an incredible move right there. But talk to me about that, bro.
You're looking at the wrong guy right now. I live at the beach. I live at the beach, so I am not doing what you're talking about at 8 o'clock. I'm setting up my canopy up on the beach is what I'm doing at 8 o'clock. Grab my real estate.
No whistles. Starting to feel like 3 p.m. at LA Fitness. Yes. Reed Shepherd knocks down the three ball.
Pieces are sitting on the side. They're not playing tonight, so they have a smaller lineup out there. And Kristaps Porzingis needed to take it to them, and he gets 13 boards against this team. But no, at the end of the day, really, what you're looking for is building blocks of what you're trying to do on both ends collectively, and then individuals.
And learned a lot from him.
And I think Jabari is one of the more underrated young players in this league, and a major part of what they're doing.
Hawks running it back the other way. Preseason elevating and lays it home. In either conference. Out top off the bounce. Preseason turned it over. Davison with good anticipation. Elevates. Oh, he caught a body. Beat Krejci. It's leading by 10. Okogie with the cross. Put his shoulder into Hewitt, but he came up with a good block. Davison, the lob, and Crawford lays it home.
Had a really good conversation earlier today with Jacob Toppin, a guy I covered actually in college when he was at Kentucky, and we talked about the differences from college to the NBA. College teams built out of the transfer portal today, and the similarities of having to build chemistry with new faces in the NBA. And I said, at what point do you know a team could be special?
North Carolina with Brendan Payne, and I think it was like mid-June, and boy, Dante with a follow. That preseason, a very perfect 4-0, barring a major turnaround here. Aaron Holiday knocks down the turnaround. Davison downhill. Sprays it out. One more Crawford, one more Green, one more to the corner. Everyone gets a touch, and everyone eats. 4-0. Without a lot of their starting five.